Turn it way up in the club like woo woo.
Hey, like woo woo.
Who is this? They don't like this little song.
Woo woo. What's up?
Good morning.
Hey. Afternoon. You are in the beauty cave. What's up, y'all? What's up, ladies?
Hi, ladies.
Hey.
Good afternoon.
She like good afternoon.
Because I feel like I'm just waking up.
I like your glasses. They match your hair.
Right?
You be looking so
You.
like I
Like
see.
a sweet tart. I know. Mika sent me a bunch of pictures on Facebook like you look like a sweet tart. Yes, how you guys doing today?
Sweet tart.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I was like, I'll take it. Sweet tarts are
all
good.
pink and stuff. And
Right?
Yeah.
Looking all cool and stuff. Stand up.
I'm not gonna stand up. No, I'm not.
Stand up. Let me see it.
I'm not. Please disregard Key. I get harassed every week. So what's up, ladies? What's going on?
Life, man, we
Yeah.
here. I really like those glasses.
They're so cute.
I feel like I'm just staring like.
You guys are so
Everything's
funny.
good. I had a quick week. I didn't, like I said before, I didn't know what day it was. So the week's been going.
I know. Trust me.
right?
Al woke me up at like 2 a.m. Like, wait. So today is Saturday. Like when
Why
we
you
get
got that
into the
deep
day.
voice?
Right.
Because that's how he talk. He got a deep voice, and I be trying to mimic him. It don't work. I be like, I can't make my voice that deep.
I thought you did it, girl.
You did it. You did a good. You did it.
I hope he's listening. I've been working on it. No, because when you never argue with your man and then he try to mimic you, he make his voice screech all the way high. So he be like, "Why you all the
He
way
make you
up
sound like a
here?"
bird,
He be
yeah.
trying to screech. So I be trying to do it to
And then they
him.
gotta
Move
do
it
the
in there
neck.
like no white.
So I be trying to
don't
do
talk
it
like
back.
that.
I be like, "Yeah, all right, babes." But then never he be like, "You don't even sound like me."
That's my voice when I mimic guys like, yeah, cause. And then when they want to complain about something, but you ain't make my plate. Make your own plate, but you ain't you. I had to use the bathroom. That's my man voice.
He like no dumb.
I know. I'm just getting over like a little cold, so excuse me if I'm like coughing and hacking, cause it's been a rough
kids.
week.
When you're a mom and you have kids and you got to go around to the parks and stuff.
Yes, germs. I'm always with my wipies and my hand sanitizer. But they're not even sick. I just think it's from the weather. Like my house is freezing because my house is really, really hot because I live like on a lower level. So I have to keep the ACs on. If not, it's like baking. So I think just going in the ACs and then going out into the heat. So I probably sound a little rasp. But
You're
anyways, we're going to jump into my momish segment. Powered by Moms Who Grind. This week, my celebrity mommy crush is Serena Williams.
Yay.
I have to thank Mika for tagging me in this story because I didn't see it and I don't follow tennis really. But you know, usually when you see the news, you see the highlights, everybody's always talking about a person when they win. And as we all know, she didn't win the Wimbledon this year, but I feel like she's still a winner.
Right.
Like she's a 23-time winner champion. She's
was
been
playing
ranked
last
number
time while she was
8.
pregnant.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. She played all the way up until her pregnancy. She's been ranked number 1 8 times between now and 2002 to now. And then it's just like she's a new mom. Her baby's
Right.
only 10 months. She had to have a surgery right after giving birth. So I just really, really commend her. And then what was really sweet is after she, after her match, she did an interview and she just basically did a little tribute to moms. And she was just like, I salute to all the moms out there. I was playing for you today. And like I really, really tried. And then she just kind of proceeded to talk about how, like as moms, after, a lot of moms sometimes feel like after you give birth that it's kind of over for you and you can't really go on and do the things or make strides in your career. And she was just like, for every mom out there, you can really do it. Like you put your mind to it. And me speaking as a mom, and for most of us that's here on this panel, we're moms, being a mom, it gives you like such a super strength, a superpower, because now you have this little person that you want to do things for, you want to better yourself. So even somebody like her who was considered a worldwide champion, she's like, I'm just getting started. I'm just starting out. I have so much more things to do. So salute to Serena because she played hard though, and she did. I did go back and watch a couple of clips, and she's a great player. She's awesome, and I just excuse me. I just feel like society, they place too much pressure on moms to be this perfect kind of mom. So today I'm not gonna do a business tip, but I'm gonna talk more just about moms and not letting society or yourself, because we drive ourselves crazy.
Yes,
we put ourselves on this high pedestal and we hold ourselves to such high regard, and it's okay to, after you give birth, to just take some time off and to recoup. Like, your body just went through something traumatic, so you have to get your body back, you have to get your mental back, because now you go from being a single, I just care about me kind of person, to your life revolves around this little person. So I just want to talk a little bit about that. Like I said, I feel like, society, they hold us to such just high regards and high pressure. And then for celebrities, I just think it's really unethical and ridiculous. They expect these girls to be posting up in 2 weeks with a flat stomach. That is not reality.
It's not.
It's really not. Just, you have to stop it. Like, your stomach, first of all, goes down traumatically. Once you give birth, like within days, like after birth, you see the difference. But within days, you are back to a smaller size. But to think you're going to have a 6-pack tight, it's just not realistic. So that's already just something that I feel like society, they need to get over. Then it's just kind of like, as a mom, I feel like a lot of us need to embrace our flaws, embrace our mistakes, because first of all, when you're a first time,
parenting is hard.
Parenting, it is. It really is. And I'm not gonna discredit men, because they're like, speaking of like the men that are here on the Saturday morning wake up show, we have a great group of men. I salute them all the time, because they're all great fathers, they're all really involved. But that's not the case for all men, and it kind of all falls back on the mom, especially if you don't have an involved father or whatever the circumstances are. And then things happen. If you have multiple kids, like I have 2 kids, and I feel like it's hard balancing just with the 2 of them. They're very different, so I have to work with them accordingly. So my oldest, she's really attached, she wants to be on me, she's a crybaby, and then a little one is like, mom, whatever, but she's like rough and tough, and she wants to fight and do stuff. So I have to deal with them according to their personalities. So I can imagine having 4 and 5 and 6 kids, and I know women who have that many kids, and it's hard, and you're not going to be perfect. So my thing today is just embrace that you're not perfect as a mom, embrace that we make mistakes, embrace that sometimes things are not going to be perfect, things are not going to come out the way. And for anybody that's out there listening, or callers, I want you guys to join in on this conversation. I know we have a lot of mothers who tune in and who watch the show, and I'm sure you guys can relate to this, because every mom can relate to a mistake or beating yourself up about something that you did, or something that maybe you allowed your kid to do, or your kid not turning out the way that you want. So if you are listening, you want to join into the conversation, you can always tune in on our Facebook, on our feed. We'll read that back, and we'll answer your questions, or you could call in to us, yes, at 929-227-4646. So chime in the whole show. We got an hour, so don't hesitate to call. Even once I'm off the air, don't hesitate to call in. And then also, I just want to tell what else I wanted to say is what I was getting into about parenting. Like, I don't have grown kids, but I do know people who have grown kids, and kids are going to grow up and they're going to do what they want to do, regardless of what you may. So all you can do is really build the foundation, and you give them the tools, but you can't beat yourself up because now your kid is 18, 20, 25, and they're living their own life.
And can I say something?
Yes, go ahead.
Don't punish your kids for saying, okay, I'm 18, can I try to make a choice now? Because you've guided them this whole time. I don't have a kid, but this is what I'm seeing with my siblings, and it's like if they're making a choice between 2 positive things, and they're not making the best decision, let them go with that decision. It's not like they're saying, I'm gonna go rob somebody and go to jail, or I'm gonna go to school. Like, if it's between 2 different positive things, and they want to choose something else that might not take them as far as this one, let them figure that out. As long as it's something positive. You raised them this whole time. You did a good job as a parent. Let these kids spread their wings.
Right, definitely. And it's like, be realistic. Sometimes, like I said, like, I can't have the same goals for Zaria that I have for Zamaya, because they're 2 totally different kids. So some parents, they just take their kids, they put them all their eggs in one basket, and they expect the same results, and it's just not going to happen. So you just have to be realistic realistic. You have to be realistic also about your goals, and you have to pace yourself. Like when I first had my kids, and from transitioning from being a 22-year-old running a business, running around New York City, parties, industry, to being a mom and being at home, because I stayed at home with my kids for the first 2 years because I was just like, I don't want to put my kids in daycare, and I don't trust people, and I didn't have a big support team of people out here. So that was a big transition, and I was so down on myself. I felt so like I was disappointed in different things, and that's kind of how I came up with the concept of Moms Who Grind, because it was kind of like, how do I take my old life and the things that I'm good at and combine it with my new life? My new life is being a mom. My kids are my priority, so why not base a business around being a mother in my everyday life?
Right.
So that's just kind of what my tips are. Also build a strong support team. Support always comes in different forms. It doesn't always come from family and friends and people who you expect. A lot of the times after you become a mom, you're going to meet other people who share your struggles, and that's going to be your support.
I just want to chime in on making sure that you embrace your children's differences. I have 2 older daughters as well as a younger one, but I have 2 older daughters, and they're so different. One, I mean, back from when they were little, one liked carrots, one liked corn. I literally had 2 pots on the stove, one with carrots, one with corn.
Right.
So this one likes carrots, this one likes corn. My friends used to be like, what? No, just make one thing and make them eat them. And I'm like, no, she won't eat that. And she won't eat this. And I want them to eat. So I did it. And then even growing up, like one has locks and one likes weaves. Like they're just so different. You know what I mean? Right. One is very old school. One is very doobied out Harlem. You know, it's just, and that's just who they are. And I embrace each one of them and their differences, and I teach them to embrace each other.
Right.
And
likewise.
That's how they grow up, you know, and now they're grown and, you know.
And they're still different, but they love each other.
Same with my kids too.
It is what it is.
One's a homebody, one's an outside body. My son will not, it's like pulling him outside. It's like pulling teeth out. He will not come outside. Like and Shakira knows. Like I have, and like he'll be tight until he get there, and then he's like, okay, I have fun. But he hates coming outside, which I'm happy because he's 13. I'm happy. Stay in the house, young man. Right. I ain't complaining, but my daughter, yes, I embrace that. Like stay home. You want to stay home? I had to learn how to embrace it because I be forcing him to come outside, and I had to think about like it could be a lot worse. He could always be outside where I wouldn't know where he's at, but because these little teenagers start smelling themselves. But I'm glad he's in the house. Stay in the house all day. You want to stay in the room? He says, "Mommy, I want to stay in the room." Okay, all right. As long as he has a game, AC and some food, he good. That's what he wants. So
a magazine?
No, he don't do a magazine. I be messing with him, please. I be messing with him. I'm like, what the hell? We gonna start? Do you have a girlfriend? I be all on it, but right now he like the game. He wants to stay in the house. My little one, she's a socialite. Like she wants to be outside. She wants to be popping. Like she stays underneath me, like. Spoiled, but both my kids are spoiled. My son is spoiled where he's more of homebody,
but he wants what he wants. Yeah, right.
Yeah. The other day I told him a story, and he comes outside to my rescue. Like I had to look at him like, you only 13, and I gotta make sure you good. Like I'm like, all right. That's
but you know what I hear about sons? I mean, I have all girls, but I hear that boys, how they treat their mother and how they view their mother is how they're going to view women. Right. So he treats you like that, then that's a good sign. Yeah, a good job.
That's my baby. I love that little kid. Like, we 3 days apart, so I love that kid. Like, that's my baby. Yeah.
Aw, that's sweet.
It's good to have a talk with him. I be talking to him like he grown. We be sitting there. He understands me. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I gotta remember like he's still a kid, but he understands me. We be sitting there and talking. Well, that's my baby, yeah.
And I'm glad. I think everybody should embrace their flaws as a mom. Like, we're not perfect. This thing don't come with a book.
Sure,
we don't know what's going to happen. You can prepare till you are blue in the face. Right. And when it happens, you will not be using all that stuff that you thought you prepared for. Exactly. You just have to roll with it. Right. Like, my little daughter, she's a unicorn and rainbow kind of kid is what I call it, because she just jumps around, she does cartwheels, and she's just like, she's so goofy. Everything is laugh, everything is funny. Like, even when you're yelling at her, she's like,
no, that's Daria all day,
and you're like, stop laughing. But you know,
like just like her when you did
that. That's good. She just thinks everything is funny. But and then sometimes, like this week was a little trying week because she had an issue in camp where I saw her, and I'm giving her a bath, and I'm looking at her, and she's like, And I'm like, what's wrong? She's like, I don't want to go to camp. Why don't you want to go to camp? She's like, I don't have no friends in camp. And I was like, what? You don't have no friends? What? So then I'm saying to myself, okay, Tommica, don't ignore this. Like, figure it out. So I went and I started talking to counselors, talking to people. And yeah, come to find out, my kid is a loner. But nobody picked up on it because she's not a moping loner.
Right.
She is okay, fine, then I'll go play by myself. And she's in the corner.
And make my own thing.
She's jumping around. She's doing cartwheels. She's doing splits and doing all of that. And the director and the counselor are like, hey, I never noticed that she was a loner because she's always just moving. And even when the counselors come in and they're like, hi, she's like, hi, she's all bubbly. But nobody caught on that she's by herself. So, you gotta pay attention. And so that led me to thinking, oh my God, what am I doing? Am I doing something wrong? Am I not doing the right thing? What should I be having her someplace else? And one of my other friends was like, pull her out of camp, pull her out. And I was like, no.
That's not, because then now she's not socializing.
Because she's not saying that she doesn't
no.
like it. She's just saying, like, I don't have friends here. But maybe the kids are not unicorns like her.
Right. So the director pointed that out. He was like, you know what? The kids are not on her level. She's on a different kind of level. So we together, the counselors and me, we were talking, and so they made some team building activities. They put her in
as they
buddy
should have.
groups.
They should have.
But I guess before they thought she was fine because she was just bubbly. Right. The point I'm making is that I internalized that this week.
Yeah, it's not gonna say that in the book.
And and I felt like I was doing something wrong. Like, oh my God, maybe I shouldn't have her here. Maybe I should have done this. And oh my God, but I can't afford to take her downtown to the other camps where her other friends are. Like, no, she got to be. And I just did a whole bunch of self-loathing, right? And it was my fault. And after a minute, I was like, wait, no, let me fix this. I pulled together the counselors and the director, and I pulled them all and told them all how I felt and how she felt, and was like, and I didn't, instead of saying, I want you to do this, I said to them,
what can we do?
I don't know what to do.
Right.
I need your help. And they helped.
Well, that's their camp. They should have had.
Right.
But they helped.
It's probably plenty of other kids like that too.
And that's what he said. And he
helped. You ladies are doing a great job.
I just have one more thing for us to instill in our children, to show them show them the difference between love, like showing them how to difference between love from a family member and from a guy. So this week, one of my homegirls, she don't call me because she always got this perfect life, but I guess because her daughter's having a baby, and she buys her kids all this foreign stuff, name brand stuff. So she thinks because she buys her kids all this stuff that's what love is. And I guess she learned the hard way when they was having like a gender reveal party, and her daughter put a post up on Instagram, and basically the post said she never knew what real love was until she met this guy, because no one ever taught her that. So when her mom seen that post, she happened to call me, and she asked me, should she feel some type of way? And I said, if it was me, I would feel some type of way. Like, first of all, what you mean you never felt that type of love before until you met this guy? Like, you never was taught that. So I think that we need to teach our children what love is when it comes from family, and when it comes, so maybe she could have worded it different,
right? But
she didn't, and so now she felt some type of way. So yeah, let's teach our kids about love.
Well, and also self-love. Because love doesn't even come from technically your children. Right. They still grow up and they'll leave. So it's like you have to love yourself first within. Then you'll have romantic love. Then you'll have familial love. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
I was already on my daughter like, hey, let me tell you something right now. let me tell you, ain't nobody blood, sweat. I cry every day. Like, listen, you don't know what I go through.
It could be a different kind of love.
No, but she didn't put it. I had to read it. No.
But some people, that, like you said, they feel like...
Yeah, I read it, because when she said it, I was sitting there trying to be... Nah, you probably read... No, when I read it, I was like, oh, yeah, you need a G-check on that, because I would have been tight.
Like, how can you G-check your kid if you really were in the wrong? Like, for instance, I'm going to use you for example. Right. Your daughter is very active. She does a bunch of stuff. She's in lots of activities. She is living a great life, probably compared to some kids. And if you as a mom, like you said, she would have been like, oh, I don't have friends at camp, and you would have been like, well, what do you mean? I pay all this money, you do this, you do that, and you could have took it a totally different way. And some parents, you don't understand that what you're doing to your kid, they're lacking something else. So a lot of times parents try to supplement stuff. Like for me, like I feel like I'm so busy now, my schedule's busy, and I get guilty. I feel parent guilt, like, oh my God, I see my babies and my sister. My mom was like, but we're here, we are your sister, we your mom, they're good, like they know you love them, your kids know, and right now you grinding so that you can make a better life for them. But I know my kids feel loved, and I don't supplement them with just stuff. And when I get the time, we take time out, we go, we do certain things so that it's reassuring to them.
That's why. Well, that's how you talk. You have to talk to your kids because then you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. Right. But thank you for that,
yes, that was momish segment today.
Yes, that was nice.
Well, now we're getting into Bonita spices it up.
Ooh. Yeah.
I like it like that. I like it like that.
Yes. So, what's the tea, sis?
Yeah, we got a lot of tea. Okay, where do y'all want to start? Let's start with Cardi B. So Cardi B just had a baby girl with with her husband Offset. That we didn't know she was husband.
They married?
Yeah, they're married. They secretly got married.
Yo, I'm all out the loop.
No, she's not. You don't be on Instagram. They posted it. Monica, Tiny, all of them posted.
Yeah.
What?
So come to find out, they have been married for a while. So the baby also takes the last name, and she also took some of his name. So her name is Culture with a K. Kiari Cephas. And her father's name is Kiari Kendrell Cephas.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Offset. So this is Cardi B's first child. This is Offset's fourth child. And then they had a pediatrician visit, and it looks like they're doing well. Cardi looks great. I don't think we haven't seen the baby, but so
I'm so happy for her.
She's probably gonna release her in a video or something.
Yes, I'm so happy for her.
We'll see what happens with that. And then also Cardi B has a lot of top nominations for the MTV VMAs. She has Artist of the Year. Yeah. Best Hip Hop, Best Latin with J-Lo, Best Collab twice with Bruno, and another one with J-Lo, Best New Artist, and then she has some more. So she's doing good.
Nice.
She's doing her thing.
Yes. I'm so happy for her. She's so deserving.
Yes.
Shout out to the Bronx.
Exactly. And we got two Bronx girls in there because we got J-Lo and we got Cardi B.
Yes.
Yeah, so things are good for her. Next, oh God, this is so messy. We got Rick Ross and one of his baby mamas, Tia Kemp, which is the mother of his 12. And she doesn't even look like she'd be like that, but I guess whatever. So the mother of his 12-year-old son, who actually
I'm about to laugh the way your face
keeps posting on IG with her messy self, and they keep going back and forth and back and forth. So basically she put up a post saying that they were in the same city, Miami, and he didn't visit the son, he doesn't call the son, but also she brought his relatives into it, saying that he has messy accountants, which are his mother and his sister, and they're not paying his debts, and he needs to pay his debt. So basically she went back to when he was sick, and he said that he would make peace with his son and do the right thing. They went back to court again. They've been in court since this child was, I think, 2, and saying that he was going to pay $20,000 a month. Basically, she was saying that he always comes up short. So she was like, Jesus spared your life, so you need to run me my check. So
she said that.
Yes,
just like that.
So then he gets on Instagram, and then he got all preachy, talking about you need to be more into Jesus, because obviously Jesus isn't doing enough for you, and you need to get over me. You need to move past me. I think he was calling her sister or dear or something old and messy.
His mom wrote it.
Okay. He's like, listen, you need to move past me, sister. Like, it was just horrible. It was so messy. Goodness. So then basically she went to go get a lawyer again. She actually posted the lawyer, what the lawyer wrote him in an email, like to make sure that the check comes through to the client or whatever. And she got paid a day later. He posted something else in DR with him swimming with some models. And I guess she got her money this month. I hope it's not late anymore, because she's going to get right
models on. Him?
Yes.
He pretty much is saying he went on about his life. Like, all right, here. Like, all right.
Yes.
You ain't have to do all that, boo.
Yeah, like
pretty much.
And honestly, even if he doesn't see
court.
his son, I would have done it the way with emailing through my lawyer.
Right.
There was no
12.
reason for Instagram. Exactly.
He got a phone.
Okay.
Right.
Call your dad. My daughter is 3, and she calls her
No.
own
If
dad.
he doesn't call, no, that's fine. Run me my money though.
Right.
It doesn't matter. It's okay. He could see you on MTV or whatever. It's fine. Just make sure his college is paid for. Make sure he gets a new car.
Right.
Okay. That's it.
Okay, Bonita, spice it up. Ooh,
Right.
So
yes.
on to more baby daddies. So Joey Chavez, we know who her baby daddy is now. We added up right. It is Future. So Future is going to have another baby.
Boring. It should have been Bow Wow. That would have been so much more interesting. Sorry.
At least Bow Wow already a good dad.
Right?
Come on, Joey.
Having the kid with Future, little Future.
Yes, and
do we even take care of little Future? Because I see Russell
with him
all the time.
No,
but they live together.
Well, listen, Future is not that kind of dad. He said, "I have things to do and I have money to make." He said that a while back. That his career comes first. Yeah,
that's what he said.
And his kids just have to deal. So I don't know what Joey. I don't know what she was thinking. Wow. I would have did a Bow Wow too. I ain't gonna lie. I would have just did a pat.
Yeah,
we got this one. We'll just get another one. It's cool.
Right.
Yeah, it is what it is.
She's cute too. So like,
she messed up.
Her
Future.
daughter, she has a daughter by Bow Wow, right?
Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah.
Ew, Future.
she got them eyebrows, but she cute.
She's too little. She can't get them waxed.
I'm not talking about her getting them wax. I'm talking about like Bow Wow.
Yeah, she has.
Oh, I know why she having a baby by him, but she's trying to keep those
but
checks
she might not
through.
get them.
You don't think so? Oh, okay. Let me shut up.
I mean,
Yeah,
the checks is all
it's
cool, but you have to think about your child's well-being.
Right.
Like, all
what
of
they're
that,
gonna be
having a
around
baby
it,
with
yeah,
whoever,
that's
because they
stupid.
fit rich.
Exactly.
Now your kid is like, one kid's gonna have this super special super dad,
right?
And then your other kid
he
just there like
he literally said his career comes first.
Wait, I have a question. So with
So-
child support and multiple kids, does it go down depending on
I
like
think
this
it
kid
does.
gets 500, this kid gets 300, this kid gets
Well, we also have to think about careers, their career, and how they get paid and with their wages, like, you know. So it's
I know in every state has a different percentage. I think I know in New York it's 17%
For each child?
for your first,
and then it goes down. It goes down.
Yeah, it goes down.
Yeah.
And then it depends on what you do
I'm
and your
sure-
money. Like,
I'm out of luck, so this gotta last. If I'm having
nope. Honestly,
I ain't know
at least 18 years.
On Defense of Joy, at one point, Bow Wow wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. And she was ready.
That's true.
She was like, I want this. And he was like, I got to leave. And then he left. He left and went to Atlanta while she was still in LA.
Well, then we have to worry about co-parent, because there's some people, at least they're good co-parents. Future is not even a good co-parent. So
I feel like
you
the other baby moms, they're not famous, so
Yeah.
they just whatever. They cool because they content. They get the check. So you're like, okay, you want to play?
Yeah,
Super
so it's
stepdad.
Yep.
At least you would have someone.
Future
Future
ain't
ain't
got to be there. He got somebody.
He got a man in his life.
Yep.
That's all the way up.
So then it's like, then there's that.
Yeah.
Doing a good
Yeah.
job playing with little kids.
Yeah.
I be looking at like,
No, they're cute. They're such a cute family.
Yeah.
usually
So-
take care of people like it's-
I know. Sorry, boo.
Oh, no, it's okay.
Sorry. We all
We swear we know them and
Okay.
stuff.
We're like, yeah.
you know.
If y'all listening, just come on the show and give us the real tea.
So Kylie and Travis covered GQ this month.
I didn't like it.
Oh, it was horrible. Oh,
Like, if you're gonna try to be like Kim,
Trashy.
Kim brings the smoke.
Yes.
Like, I can say that when she do photo shoot,
she tried.
she
And then Travis looks like Get Out. Like he just dead looks like Get Out. Like he just don't look there anymore. Where are you, Travis?
Okay, I gotta pull this up because I didn't see it.
So it's
That's what I'm
bad.
doing.
It's bad.
Is this it?
No, it's no. There's a picture and it's close up, and his eyes, one is this way and one is that way.
That's not this.
No, it's not
Oh,
that.
okay.
It's
She's
one.
naked in that one.
Go
Yeah.
to
That's
the
the
images.
cover. I
Yeah,
think that's
go
the
to
cover,
images. It's
but
one where it's scary.
I
like,
hated that one with those baggy socks.
There you go.
He looked
Look at
high.
him.
He was high.
Ain't that much lean in the world.
I don't know if the world could see.
Perks. I don't know what it
I
is.
don't know if everybody
That's
could see,
scary.
but that's how he looks.
Rough. So, anyways.
He was better off
He
sticking
was
with
smoking
Rihanna.
before they took the
Well, Well, she didn't want him.
But
She
you
has
want her?
Yeah.
No, but I'm just saying.
He was with Rihanna.
But
Rihanna got the billionaire, a nice looking.
No, ain't they over too?
Yeah, I heard that.
I don't think they're over. I think they maybe.
Y'all
had
didn't
a
see the
little
picture that surfaced last week of them
Well,
arguing?
sometimes you do a little this and then you move on.
Right.
No, I was laughing because I said she was giving him the smoke right there.
She better chill
Yeah.
out. Last time she got knocked out.
Well,
I'm not justifying TV. I'm not. I don't
He ain't
want
that
anyone
type.
to
He
think.
Okay, so
just
we-
a bomber.
we don't promote that on the beauty cave.
We don't.
So, with amongst this horrible cover, Kylie has been called self-made by Forbes with having a brand that has made $900 million in under 3 years. But we have a black woman who is a legend in the makeup game, in the beauty game, Pat McGrath, who has actually made $1 billion in under 2 years with Sephora. So, and that's Pat McGrath Labs. So it's interesting that we do have a real self-made woman who has had longer time in the industry, and then we have Kylie, who's not really self-made, who takes horrible pictures with her baby daddy,
and gets to be just on Forbes.
And can be on, for a 30 under 30. I mean, okay, whatever, but there's better out there. Yeah, so
Forbes.
Yeah, so we're just gonna pass that story. I don't like to talk too much about them. Okay. So next, Michelle Williams, formerly of Destiny's Child, was reported by TMZ to check into a mental facility for depression in LA, and that was on Tuesday. And she has been open about her depression and her battle with depression, especially as a woman who is strong into her faith and religious, And a quote from her says, "For years, I've dedicated myself to increasing awareness of mental health and empowering people to recognize when it's time to seek help, support, and guidance for those that love and care for your well-being." So it is nice to... it's not a nice time for this to happen. It is sad, but at least she's coming out and saying, like, I had to do what was right for me.
Before you even read that, I was going to say,
congratulations.
Good for her.
Exactly.
You know what
because there are some people that were like, oh, why would they report that? And it's like she's putting her foot out there.
There's some people that would have just went through it and not done anything.
And you would make, the point that you made about moms or even as celebrities, like, it's like a high standard that people have to put themselves on. It's been so many people who committed suicide within the year, and especially celebrities, and it's like because they feel like they have to deal with it themselves instead of seeking help because everybody else is going to look at them bad. That's not fair.
Even with Kelly.
Remember that they are regular people.
Right.
At the end of the day, these people just have a gift or some kind of talent that got them out there in the public eye. But at first, you are Michelle.
Right.
You are Michelle.
Right.
And whatever is coming your way, you didn't have enough strength at that moment to stop it all. So you asked for help. Kudos to you, Michelle.
Exactly. Right.
Well, speaking of that, thank you, Bonita, for spicing it up with us.
You're welcome.
Speaking of that, what is your physical or material attribute that makes you feel secure? So give an example, Relisha, and then you girls started off.
Okay. Well, for me, it used to be my hair. And then I chopped it off. And I just, for myself, I know it's kind of cliche because a lot of women who that rock the short look or the bald look, they say that it's so freeing and so empowering. But I literally used to be a slave to my hair, to my wigs and my weaves. Like, I wouldn't go outside. I wouldn't go anywhere. Like, what? My hair not done? So I have to have a hair appointment scheduled or a wig already in the process, and that was just my life. Like, I just didn't feel pretty without my hair. And what happened is I cut my hair. It was like a Rihanna inspired style when she first went short, take a bow type of thing.
Yes.
And it was so cute. And I did it with weave. And when I took the weave, I just washed my hair, and it was so nice, and it was curly. It was just like a cute already mohawk in my own style. And I just rocked short hair for years. And then last year, my hair was just breaking. It was damaged. And I just was like, I'm going to cut it all off. And I didn't even think I was going to like it. I just was like, I'm going to cut it because my hair was unhealthy. And a lot of women hold on to hair, even though your hair is healthy, even though your ends are damaged, even though you got patches. And for me, it started breaking off in the middle. And I just had hair around. I could cover it up. But what's the point of having the bald in the middle? And when I cut it, I was just like, oh my God, I love it. My man was just like, you're so beautiful. Like, it just kept seriously, like, that first week, it just kept, like, saying, you're so beautiful. And it just made me, it feels so empowering, and just not having to be a slave to my hair and to feel like something was holding me down. Like, so now it's like I could just go outside. I don't need to have makeup. I don't have hair or anything. And I just feel beautiful just like that. So that was very empowering for me to just feel beautiful just in my natural state.
So Alicia was saying that some people use certain things that makes them feel comfortable. So like some people wear makeup, or like when she said that, I thought of when she said that, I thought of, I don't know if you guys follow Mr. Commodore on Instagram, but he's always talking about his hairline, or how people, how guys have to get their hairline sprayed in or whatever. Yes. Or when you about to go in a club and they be like, you gotta take off your fitted, yo, and then you got the big bald spot in the middle. But that's like the security blanket. Like, you gotta have your fitted on because you know your hairline is messed up.
So every outfit that they got a matching fitted
hat.
Right. So what about anybody else? What's your attribute? Or
I just love sneakers. I used to when it was time to go to school on certain, like, for instance, after Christmas, everybody gotta have the latest sneaker. Easter, we had to have sneakers. Like, that used to be my thing, just having the latest sneakers that came out. I couldn't go to school or come outside.
Is it still that way?
Not never, but if I had some money, then yes. Me and my kids, I love sneakers, so me and my kids gonna have the latest sneakers.
So you feel like that? You feel like when you come outside, if you don't have on the right sneakers or whatever sneakers you want, then you feel
I think when you have,
because you feel like
you're not fresh.
I just feel like you're not fresh. Like, think about it. When you meet a guy, what's the first thing you look at? You look for him feet. Then up, because you gotta look at everything about him. Like,
I look at his teeth first.
You look at, for real, I look down, then I go up, and then that's what I do. I always gotta look down at what you got on those feet first.
No, I used to be like that. Outfit. Now I look into what come out your mouth.
That's what I do. You know the same thing. You gotta have these sneakers can't be leaning.
Right.
I can't see you just leaning unless you got some type of, deformity.
What if
like
they fat?
Shoe on and stuff like that. Like, no. If your shoes like this and you got about this much sole, and you got this much sole on this side, but this much sole on that side, not good.
They could have like plantar-itis. It could be like something wrong with their leg.
The conversation is
done.
Not. What's your name?
And
I was like, never.
Never. What about you, Sinette?
I don't know. I would say probably like my clothing fashion is my life. So I like to look nice all the time. Even when I can't, like when I have to dress down, or like for certain occasions, like even in the gym, like I like to be coordinated. I like to look nice. It's my comfort. I don't apologize for it. It's who I am. It's a part of me. My mother always told me you don't have to look like what you're going through. So no matter what the circumstances are, that's what cheers me up. I like to dress up. I like to look nice. And I love nails. And whenever I'm feeling down, I go to the nail salon. So that's just my personal picker-upper.
Yes.
I think that's a Leo thing, because I'm the same.
Yeah.
It has to be done. Even if I don't have money, I'm going to blow out my hair. And I need a good flat iron, so I'm going to flatten it out. And
figure it out, right? You figure it out.
So, and I guess same things with clothes. Even if you could just go get a $10 dress, it's gonna
right. It's not. Let's make it clear. Like, it's totally not about price. Like, I can wear something that costs $1 and zhuzh it up and make it look like something. It's just about feeling good about yourself, and I don't think there's anything wrong with feeling good about yourself.
Well, call in. What's something that you feel like you have to have in order to feel good about the day and go about your daily activities? 929-227-4646. Call in. And you could call in about any of the other topics if you want to. But it doesn't matter. You don't got to talk about your attributes and stuff you need.
What about you, August?
I think hair. Like, if my hair is not done, first of all, I have a big head. And if my hair is not done, that's the first thing everybody's going to look at, this big light bulb walking down the street. if my hair isn't done, I can't go nowhere. Like I could wear a t-shirt or something or whatever, and it could be the same outfit. Like I wore a white t-shirt and jeans, right? And I go outside and my hair's not done and I'm looking crazy. I wear a white t-shirt and jeans and my hair's looking good. The whole thing is just yes, I look good in like my pajamas with the big pants and a big baggy shirt when my hair's done. When I take off this wig and put the scarf on, it might not look the same. No. So my hair has to be done. Like that's number one. What about you?
For me, it's makeup. I always have to have eyeshadow. Even if I'm dressed down, jeans, sneakers, I just gotta have on some eyeshadow. I just recently stopped with the mascara just for a little while because I know I'll go back. But it's makeup because I have natural hair as well, so I'm always like just letting it out and putting a little curl in it and just letting it go. So my hair sometimes is, to some, may look like, oh my God, it's just wild. But I've seen that if you have on a nice face and some nice earrings with that wildness, it's fabulous.
A beat face,
yes,
some decorative
and then it looks nice. It looks like art.
Yes.
We have a caller.
Good.
Hi, caller. Thanks for kicking in the Beauty Cave. Who's calling?
This is Arlie from Queens.
Hi, Arlie.
Hey, Arlie. That's my cousin.
What's up, you guys? I was just saying, I was thinking to myself, I think for guys, I think once we put on a fresh pair of kicks, and a nice cut, we good.
The haircut changes your life.
Once we walk out the door, we got our little kicks on, a little cut. I don't think anything else matters because, it's all in the kicks for us.
That's true. That's true. I think that's true because back in the day, I mean, well, not too far back, but we used to look at, what kind of pants he got on, what kind of jeans he got on, da-da-da-da. Now, I think people are more looking at, what kind of shoes he got on, and then they look at your haircut. Like,
that's what Keith said.
I kind of feel like as soon as we see your shoes and that you got a fresh cut, all right, you can have on a t-shirt and a pair of jeans because I think everybody wears a t-shirt and jeans.
Well, Arlie, do you have on what kind of shoes you got on today, and how your haircut looking?
My cousin is always fresh.
You're right. All right, you guys, take it easy.
Answer. Bye.
Bye, Raj.
She answered for him.
But before you even open your mouth to say anything, your presentation is visual.
It's
so people could make assumptions based on that, whether they want to admit it or not. Everybody makes assumptions based on.
And I used to not wear makeup, but when I started going natural, and then my hair started growing a little bit, and I just started getting educated by YouTube. I went to YouTube University, and my daughter, like, I started exploring with makeup and just going, okay, and then all of a sudden my hair wasn't as foreign to me because I used to do weaves and wigs and all of that, and then all of it, one day I just got tired. I think one time I didn't have enough of a new wig or something, and I was just like, all right, go with it.
And
I did it
out.
And then when I did it, I was like, wait, how can I jazz this up? I started looking, new earrings, and then I started getting big with the earrings, and I was like, okay, because I got short hair, let me wear big earrings. And then all of a sudden I was like, her makeup looked nice. She looked nice. All right, I'm going to go home. I'm going to try that. So then I started doing it. And then I was like, I'm in the mirror like, I think I like
it only,
this.
like, your hair is beautiful,
this.
so it only magnifies. You don't need the makeup, but it magnifies the look that you were going
and
for.
And that's what I tell my husband. My husband is always like, why do you wear that makeup? And I'm like, it's not because I need it. It's because
you want it. It's a magnifying.
Exactly.
Well, speaking of enhancing and makeup and how we look, what's approved to you today, Miss Sinette Nicole?
Well, you just actually hit the nail on the head, Mika, because I was just about to talk about, like, my favorite accessories. And for summer, especially with natural hair or very short haircuts, like, you're popping haircut over here, leash. Like,
thank you, baby.
That goes completely with, like, the zhuzh of summer and, like, big earrings. So if you ever have a short haircut, or if your hair is ever pulled back or pulled up and out of your face, always lean on the side of big decorative earrings. Always remember, though, less is more. So if your outfit is very colorful or you have a very vibrant pattern, you could scale back on the earrings. But the earrings will serve as a conversation piece if you have, like, everything else pulled back and kind of, like, plain. Right. So that's, like, my number one accessory for summer. Really big decorative earrings with, like, tassels and all that cool stuff. There's a place online, Frugal Finds, that has really, really good earrings for a cheap price. And they're very good quality, so you guys might want to check that out. My other accessory, I would say, although I'm kind of low-key getting tired of it now that everyone's on it, I've been saying this since last summer, fanny packs. Fanny packs are super cute. I feel like we're almost to the point where some people are overdoing it. I mean, even the guys are wearing it now. So that's something, you know, pretty new. But I would say, like, a cute little leather or what have you fanny pack, you know, is a good alternative for someone when you want to move and shake, when you want to go to the beach, when you don't want to carry the big bags that we always carry. It'll keep you from stuffing because you can't stuff much in there. So keys, ID, money, cell phone.
I thought
maybe a little lipstick.
Came out. That's been
last summer. Last
Yeah.
summer was when it really hit, and I was telling people, like, get yourself a fanny pack because that's the new wave. And then this summer is when the masses took over. But people in
I
fashion
want to
already
say
knew.
that was redone though. Because
Yeah, that's
it-
all. Oh no, it always
I
history
thought
always
it just
repeats
came
itself.
back.
Yeah.
But thank God I got some that in my life because I don't be knowing nothing.
Yeah, right. Like, always repeats itself. It's not too late to get yourself a very cute fanny pack. So that I would say, and then visors here and there, hats, visors. I'm not really too partial to the big beach hats unless you're on the beach and really trying to block sun. Otherwise, I save it for church. Like I'm not really here for it. It's not my zhuzh.
But you can
I
do a
would say-
fedora always.
Yeah, you can always do a very cute fedora. That always goes with a cute ensemble when in doubt. Or if your hair's not done and you kind of want to just leave the front out, put a fedora towards the back. Visors are really good. They're in right now. I think Dolce came out with some cute visors, and then you know you have your throw and go visors. You go to H&M, Forever 21, or what have you, and just get yourself a cute little visor. It goes really cute with like a sporty outfit. I know you into my sporty chic over here, you know, with your sneakers and your little jumpsuit and your little visor, and you're killing it. So those are my accessories. I wanted to ask you guys a question. What do you think is the most fashionable place in the whole world? Like, if you had to think of somewhere you would go and it's the most fashionable, fabulous place on earth, where would it be?
Japan.
Paris.
Yeah, I was going to say Tokyo.
Yeah, I'm between.
You between the two, Japan and...
Asians can dress and wear.
Asians, right?
You said
Yeah,
California,
Oh my
LA?
gosh! And
Okay, so we have... Everyone's wrong.
Paris.
But those were all really good because they're on the top 10 list of most fashionable places in the world. The very first place is Spain. Which is very interesting. Spain is beautiful. You know, it's known for its patterns and its richness in architecture and stuff like that. So Spain is among the most top fashionable cities in the world. It has some of the most talented designers and brands. Number 2 is Paris, of course.
I said
Paris is like the epicenter of haute couture and fashion week, you know, and all that jazz. So obviously everyone, when you think of fashion, you literally think of Paris. So Paris comes in number 2. Number 3 is Stockholm, Sweden, which was surprising to me. I think Sweden is a very pretty place to visit, but it didn't strike me as like a fashionable, but not top
But you know
3.
what? There's
Europe
a lot
is
of
ahead of
models
trends.
there.
There is a lot of models that come out of Sweden,
Yeah.
and it says that they are up and coming with their local fashion brands. So they've brought more fashion with their new boutiques and things like that.
Ooh, okay.
So they are up, they're like on the rise. Number 4 is Turkey. Istanbul, Turkey, to be precise. They prefer clothing that makes them feel light and comfortable, and their fashion week is definitely one not to miss. So number 5 is Melbourne, Australia. So we did not make top 5. I always thought New York would, just because like they always say this is the fashion capital of America. We made number 8, so we're on the top 10. But Melbourne, Australia is known for their fashion sense.
I think soon the continent of Africa is going to be on there because
Yeah.
everybody's
Yeah.
starting to wear those colors and the patterns.
I mean,
and
this
stuff.
comes from, you know, like upper crest
Right,
fashion
right,
people,
right,
like this list. But if we had our own, Africa would definitely be my top
Do you
5.
guys
because-
follow Fashion Bomb Africa? Because they are so bomb.
I mean,
like, really.
everything that Paris and all like European brands do derive from us anyway. You understand what I'm saying? So realistically we know where everything derives from the motherland. But New York was on top 10. LA was not, which is surprising. Wow. But New York was number 8 of top 10 most fashionable places in the world. So I guess we're doing something right. Yeah. So you're welcome. And those are all approved.
All right, before we get out of here, Kiki, do you got time?
Yeah, so I have a new segment.
Come closer to the mic.
So I have a new segment. I was trying to tell you ladies before, we spoke about it, but I thought we was going to go on break and I was going to introduce it. So basically one of my new segments will be called Kiki's Putting That Ass on Blast, right? All right, so I want to put a family member on blast, okay? Effed up family member, because we have a baby in the room, so I can't be cursing. So back in the days, my first car, I had an Intrepid. I don't know if it was like an old one Intrepid or whatever. So I don't know if any of you guys know what a head gasket is. My head gasket blew. So I was sitting there like searching around or finding mechanics, to fix it. I didn't know that it cost so much money. It cost like over $1,000 to fix a head gasket. So I'm like, I paid $1,500 for this damn car. I'm not paying over $1,000 for a head gasket when I could just get a new car for that, for that price. I'm searching around. So people wanted me to pay them $1,000 just for the manual labor and then pay for parts. So I'm like, what? Please, I ain't doing that. So I forgot that my uncle Booney, put him on blast.
Uncle Booney.
Yes, I gotta use his real name because he know who he is. Even though I fuck with him, when I see him, I still kick it with him. But he did me dirty. So he was just like, so first of all, I forgot all about him. So I'm just telling him like, damn, I'm stressed out. My little car, I'm about to trash it. What I'm saying? I'll probably get it $500 if I take it to the junkyard. They'll give me $500 for it because I paid $1,500. He's like, what's wrong with your car? I say, oh, I think the head gas. But he's like, oh man, you don't go. Come on, your uncle right here. I could do it for you. All you gotta do is just buy the parts. You could go down to AutoZone. So I said, you go to Auto. He said, and I'll charge you less than half of how to figure. I said, so how much you charge? He said, I'll charge you $350. So me being cheap, I'm like, shit, $350. I'm coming up on it still. So I'm like, all hype, like, yes. So then he said, and I'll come to you the block and do, because my uncle is like one of those, old school niggas that will fix your shit in front of your house. So I'm like, mad hype. This fool made me go to AutoZone. I done bought the parts, gave it to him. I'm trusting him. He said it's going to take about a week to fix. Next thing I know, my cousin hits me up and was like, okay, so he fixed the car. Everything's working. So I was hyped because I'm back on the road with my little, hoopty. My cousin says, did you purchase some parts on from AutoZone? I'm like, yeah. He was like, I think my dad put it on sale on eBay. Oh. So I'm like, nah, he wouldn't do it because my car is working. My car is working. He can't put it on eBay. Right. No. My shit was on eBay for sale. I had to match up the VIN numbers, whatever numbers, the serial numbers from the receipt. Yeah, because my cousin had to bring it in. I was like, I kind of felt bad. But we already knew my uncle was like kind of like a scam artist. But I still trust him because I paid $350. So to me, I was winning. But I just had to put him on blast because, he was effed up. That was an effed up move. But thank you, Uncle Booney, for fixing my G-Ride. So, yeah. I was happy. Yeah, but yeah. Then he selling the parts for more than what I paid for it.
He sold the new car?
Yeah. Yes. That's what I don't know. My car was still working. He probably went to the junkyard.
Oh, yeah, got the part.
To the junkyard, but my new parts he was selling on eBay for more than what I paid for.
He took that $350. He got you some junkyard parts. Still pocketed $250 and came off on your part.
That's why I said that was effed up, but I still was happy that Uncle Booney fixed my G-Ride. You know what I'm saying? But
Booney,
ain't that crazy?
Sorry, Uncle Booney, you got.
Listen, I know that he done got a lot of people. Let me tell you right now.
Fix your car again, by the way.
Trust the professionals.
Don't let Uncle Booney fix your car no more.
Trust the professionals.
But everyone, that's it for the beauty cave. Yes. So thank you for tuning in.
Yes.
And I saw something on Ilse's page. So August Styles Positive Vibes is gonna be have the guts to take the risk, and that came from Ilse, one of our guests who was here before.
Hey Ilse.
Have a good day, everyone.
Yes. Bye.